introduce your son?
Yes, I would like to introduce my son, Joe London. He's my oldest child. He's 45 years old, and he's not a child. He's a nice young man, and I'm happy with him and decided to keep him.
And Joe's family?
Joe has 3 children. He has a son, 15. His name is Jonathan. A daughter, Michelle, who's 9. And a daughter, Jamie, who's 9.
And their mother?
And their mother, Jessie, whose age we do not speak about. Very young, lovely woman. And he's got a happy family. And now he could take it.
Sure. Well, I'd like to say that I'm happy that my mother had the opportunity to do this interview. And my sisters and I are both very proud to be the children of a survivor. We've heard bits and pieces of things over the years, and we're thankful that my mother had this opportunity to speak with you on a basis like this.
Was your childhood substantially different from the childhood of someone who was not the child of a survivor?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. We had a lot of Jewish tradition in the household as I was growing up, and it seemed that those were intertwined with some of her experiences, because in Europe she grew up in a very Orthodox Jewish family, and when her brothers were here and I was young growing up, we were like a large extended family, and their experiences were blended with all the other Jewish experiences that were part of our early life. So, no, I thought I had a normal life, probably with a little more insight into, the realities of history and how they can affect individual people, though.
Did you want to talk to your mother more about her experiences?
I was always interested. I know that I've spoken to my mother and my uncles at times before they passed away. And yes, I've always been curious in it, about it, but you don't want to ask a lot of questions. You're not trying to elicit responses. You'll hear when you hear her do it. But I know that it's a very deeply, there can be very deeply painful memories, and I would listen, I would remember things that she said, but I never tried to push for stories.
You were very respectful.
Yes, I hope so.
Well, thank you for doing this today.
Thank you.
Your mother's full name.
These are my parents, my mother Bertha Sicherman Klein and my father Joseph Klein. And the picture was taken in 1921.
Where?
In Hungary. Okay. This is my whole family. The picture was taken in 1931. It has my mother, Bertha Klein, my father, Joseph Klein, my oldest brother, Andor Klein, who survived and passed away 2 years ago, my brother, Bill Klein, who was in the American Army. He came to America in 1938 and passed away 12 years ago here in Miami. It has my sister in there and her fiancé. Neither one of them survived. My sister died in Auschwitz. It has my brother Sander Klein, who was in Russian prison but survived and came here in 1950. Unfortunately, he died in 1971. And my youngest brother, Zoltan Klein, who did not survive. He survived till the last day of the war and was killed in Germany. And I am there. I am 6 years old, and I survived, and I will go on. Also my family, which we took in 1939 to send to my brother who was in America. My mother is holding my sister's youngest child, who at that time was a baby. His name is Bela. And my sister is holding the older one, whose name is Gabor. They both perished in Auschwitz at age 5 and 7. with their mother and my mother. My brother came to America in 1938, August, and in 1939, this is the Seder at my aunt's house that he first attended, with 17 cousins and nieces and nephews and my aunt and uncle. And he sent us a picture of this wonderful Seder. I'm trying to...
Your stomach's going to grumble.
I don't know what you're trying to do. What you're trying to... Oh, I see what he's trying to do, to show the whole... This is a picture of my two brothers. Andor Klein, who's my oldest brother, he survived, and he arrived on the first transport from Germany, and my brother met him at the docks in New York on May 21st, 1946. That's my husband and I in 1948, after we got married.
Where?
His name was Meyer London, and I'm Edith Klein London, 1948.
Where?
Cleveland, Ohio. This is my three brothers in 1951, Cleveland, Ohio, when they met for the first time after 13 years. Bill Klein, Zender Klein, and Andor Klein. This is my Hungarian passport that I obtained in Sweden in 1945, on which passport I came to America. This is the letter my mother wrote from Hungary on May 5th, 1940, to my brother in America. This is the last letter she wrote to him. I don't even know who's on that picture.
It's me.
Oh.
It's the four of us. Your three children and you.
Yeah, this is at my 69th birthday party, August 20th, 1995. And it's myself, Edith Klein London, and my three children, Joe, Bonnie, and Sharon, at a surprise party. These are my grandsons at my birthday party also. I have August 20th, 1995. We have a Jonathan London, a Michael Parrott, and a Jonathan Cope. All right, these are my 5 granddaughters, also on the date of August 20th, 1995, at my birthday party. There is a Melinda and Lisa Parrott. There is a Deborah Cope, and there is a Michelle and Jamie London. And I love them dearly.